Okay, we're on.
It's the Sini-Gang with l-boogy.
And Sterno Supernova.
What's going on there, Sterno?
Nothing much, Boogie. How you doing?
I'm all right. So, what's up? What do you have to talk about today?
I'm not sure. I don't know. It's been a pretty eventful weekend for us. We actually got to support a new Filipino restaurant in the area, Auntie's, and that was pretty cool. I mean, it was it was an opening night, so it wasn't like a full menu available, and there was some glitches like running out of food. But still,
What
it's
what
worthwhile to go. I think.
what makes that? What makes it special for you, or what makes it different for you,
Well, I mean,
rather than any other Filipino restaurant in this area? Because
well, I
we have
mean, it's second gen.
several.
Well, it's like it's not the first time we've had like one of our generation open up of a restaurant that's Filipino based, but it's cool. They had their own take on some of the traditional Filipino foods, like stuff. Even though I didn't get a chance to try it, like ube waffles, and I mean, they did have some nice Filipino mixed drinks, like the calamansi crush that I had last night. So that was cool.
Yeah, first of all, you have to explain. In Virginia Beach, there's a drink called Orange Crush.
Oh, right. I'm sorry.
Which is it's Virginia Beach's drink.
Right, Orange Crush, really popular, and yeah, some places
it's only popular here.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if you know that, but
I forgot. Yeah, that is a regional thing.
So this restaurant is Filipinoing it up. They're Filipinizing it.
Okay,
I'm trying to make up a new word here.
I think Filipinizing it is better than Filipinoing it up. Instead of Filipinoing sounds wrong. But Filipinizing it, I don't know why it sounds better.
So they're adding calamansi instead of orange juice,
which I thought was pretty good. Yeah.
Yep.
So that was good. And they had I had a burger that was part beef, part longanisa. So that was pretty cool too.
So basically, it's something that we've talked about for years.
Yeah.
About how restaurants in this area need to step it up. About how we have a ton of Filipino restaurants here, but they're more your generic turo
traditional, yeah,
places. Nothing really fancy. Nothing really. Nothing even close to being a sit down nice restaurant.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's where this one sort of differentiates itself from the other things.
Just having a waiter or waitress. Yeah.
Now the tricky thing about that, is this area is not known. There's tons of Filipinos in Virginia Beach.
Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're sort of, I'm not so bad mouthing Filipinos
set in their ways,
but yeah, they're sort of used to certain things,
right?
Yes, in their ways. So it's hard for a traditional Filipino to look at a plate of longanisa and fried rice and spend $12.
Yeah.
Whereas you can go to another restaurant and you spend $4.
Yeah, we had one of our mutual friends come up to me and go, "Hey, I could make the exact same sandwich. We had it last night." And it's almost exactly the same thing, except for they didn't put pulled pork.
But the thing is, we are very traveled in our restaurant. we go to a lot of restaurants.
I guess we do. Yeah,
we go to a lot of restaurants.
We're more accustomed to going to restaurants.
We go to a lot of nice restaurants. We go to we go to everything.
Right.
We run the gamut. We go from places where you can wear flip flops and a tank top to places where ties.
You got
we hate
that was like once or twice.
I know, but we've done it, and we understand when you go to one of those places, you spend
money,
$30 to $50.
Yeah.
On a salad. And we don't complain because we know
the service is good there too.
I know, we know that's the experience.
Yeah.
You spend $50 on a steak at a certain place. And it's because it's not just you're paying for the steak, you're paying for the atmosphere, the service, everything. So when we go to this place, they do add more service, they add more ambiance, they add. It's hard for me to say what it is, but they add something to the experience, to the restaurant.
Yeah,
dining.
Just having, like I said, a server, a waitress is versus just pointing to something on a steam table is a different experience. So
exactly. Yeah. You don't go to an American restaurant and say and order like a fancy burger and say I could have made this at home. Maybe you do, but but you don't complain about spending the $15 on it
in the restaurant.
In the restaurant,
you wait till afterwards.
Yeah. you could say, hey, I could have gone home and put, spam on this burger and dressed it up. And
yeah.
But when you're at an American restaurant, you don't, I mean, you say that, but you understand why you're paying the money.
Yeah.
And I think that's the mentality that people need to get over.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when you go to this Filipino restaurant, I'm getting spam in a panisal bun, and I'm spending more money than I usually would, but you're paying for the restaurant experience. And it's the experience that, why we go out. Otherwise,
we just cook at home.
I like being out. I like being amongst the peoples.
Mm-hmm.
And every now and then I like to be amongst the Filipino peoples.
Which was definitely the way it was last night. So, yeah.
So I don't have a complaint about a lot of that stuff. And I give the owners props for taking the risk. They know this stuff. They know that Filipinos in this area are kuripot.
Right.
So
I mean, people asked me on like social media what I thought about it, and I didn't put any negative in there because I just say, hey, there's still some growing pains or whatever. I don't know if I use that term, but still it's something to to promote, to support, this new restaurant, and hopefully we'll be going there a lot. Hopefully.
I hate it when people ask me what I think of a restaurant.
I know.
I mean, I've told you this. I don't listen to what other people say about restaurants, and I don't like to giving my own opinion. I mean, I have an opinion, but I like people to have their own opinions themselves. I don't like.
Yeah, because besides the fact that they're asking you for something really subjective.
Yes.
If they don't like the restaurant, then it's like on you. Oh, I went there and I didn't like it. I went there because you told me it was good. And I'm like, oh, sorry.
Yes.
I hate that. I agree with you on that. Definitely.
Yes. And one of the big, I've told you this before, but one of the biggest problems I have with Yelp, I like Yelp. I like the ideal of Yelp. But I don't like elite people on Yelp. I don't like.
Oh yeah. I was gonna say everybody's like a master food critic.
Everyone thinks they're a chef on Yelp, or they think they know everything. It's like they I don't know how to describe it, but
the food wasn't cooked exactly right. It was not quite to the correct temperature.
Yes, there was a hint of garbanzo beans that I don't like. People think they're experts and they're not.
Yeah, that's everything on the internet. So sometimes you get people talking, but in Yelp it's concentrated. So
and I think a lot of restaurants get bad reps for. I mean, there's a whole insider thing about restaurants who fake Yelp reviews or whatever and stuff like that. I'm not going to get into that, but
people retaliating to customers that give them bad reviews, all the whole thing.
But I just I might like something and you don't.
Right.
And we might have the exact same meal,
Yep.
So people know I'm a meat guy. I don't like vegetables. You put a salad on my burger, I might not like it, but it could be like the best thing ever.
It's a slice of lettuce on a salad on this burger. See, it's all subjective. I mean, there was the place we went to, Auntie's, had a choice of lumpia. It was like pork or I forget the other one. Then
it was pork, veggie, or Beyond Meat.
Vegan,
which was Beyond Meat. If you don't know Beyond Meat, it's fake meat. It's substitute meat.
Yeah,
plant-based meat
substitute.
Plant-based meat substitute.
Yeah. He's like, whatever. There's no chance.
I actually almost got that.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I thought you were joking.
No, when I did say, hey, we should have tried, or maybe we'll get the Beyond Meat one. I was serious.
Really? I thought you were,
because we were getting 2 orders of lumpia already.
Yeah.
We were already getting 2 orders. We were getting 1 order of pork. Yeah. And then do we get another order of pork or do we switch it up? I'm not getting a veggie lumpia because I don't like that.
Right.
But I would have liked to have seen what the Beyond Meat lumpia is about.
Well, we'll go back.
Maybe it tastes the same.
Next time we'll do it.
And you get the additional health benefits out of it.
It's just weird hearing that come from you, but yeah, I know.
I mean, it's weird. One thing though, veering sort of off topic.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of the Impossible Burger?
No.
And this lately, I have actually been trying fake meats. I've
I know you've been eating healthier. I didn't know you've been.
I've gotten fake meatballs. I've gotten.
I didn't know
fake chicken stuff.
Oh wow, okay.
I've gone I've gone to Whole Foods and buy this stuff.
Right.
It's some of it is palatable. I mean, it's not great.
Yeah, it's not actually meat.
Yeah,
right? It's.
I mean, I've had a not Beyond Meat, but I've had a fake meat burger.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it. But I've heard Beyond Meat is better. But if you've never heard of the Impossible Burger, it's the one that's like changing the game. It is like everyone who's not everyone, but a lot of people are saying it's a plant-based meat substitute that tastes like meat. I believe it's the one that bleeds.
Bleeds?
Yeah.
Or do they put beets in it? Is that the one?
No, I don't know what they do with it, but I believe you can get it like medium. It's an Impossible Burger. The closest that we can get in Virginia Beach is 2 hours away.
Oh.
In near Richmond, or
right.
actually Ashland, Virginia. But it's starting to go, spread around the country. And people are sort of, looking for this thing. Called the Impossible Burger. A lot of people know this already. It's just used to know that don't.
Right. Right.
So, yeah, if we ever get it in this area, and I hope we do, we are trying it. And I do hear it is just like meat, just like a good meat burger. And I'm hearing this from, other meat lovers like myself who, but I would like to try it for myself because I don't go on other people's reviews.
And you don't trust, yeah.
But I am going to try it. I want to try it. I'd like to hear from people who have tried it. So.
Why would you want to hear if you don't care about the reviews?
Because I want to make sure it's just popular. I want to make sure it is doing its.
Yeah, I do that for some. It's like when some movies if I'm on the fence, I want to hear.
Yeah, but see, you could when we're talking about movies, there could be like a bad review of a movie that you really want to see, like,
right?
I don't know, Star Trek or something, Star Wars.
Well, yeah,
but you can even say the latest Star Wars movie. You were late watching the latest Star Wars movie,
not
right?
because of any kind of
stance. You saw it like 3 weeks late,
just because of circumstances.
Yeah. So you had weeks. You had like 2-3 weeks of people reviews.
I know, and
a lot of people saying bad things about it.
I was trying to get away from spoilers, and people.
But people were saying, negative. I don't like it.
Negative headlines.
And for the record, I loved it. I loved it. But you saw it, not hearing all the bad reviews, but that didn't sway you. You were like, I don't care. I'm still going to watch it.
I'm still going to watch it. Yeah,
exactly.
Wars.
Which is what I'm saying with the restaurants. It's like, other people are saying, oh, I don't like it, but you should try it yourself because you might like it.
Right.
So, yes, people stop asking me about, did you like it or stuff like that. Just my own opinion.
Well, I mean,
and I love Star Wars, The Last Jedi.
I mean, you could pick apart it, but pick apart certain aspects of the movie, but I still enjoyed it too. I still liked it a lot.
I loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it because to me, it was, as a movie, it was great. It was great as just a movie. It's a different movie, and it's a different movie from the Star Wars universe, which I can see people, oh, it's not Star Wars. I hate it. But to me, it's like, I look at it for what it was.
Yeah.
It's done really well. I mean, there are some weird parts to it. I'm like, hey, Leia, why is Leia flying?
Why is he drinking? Why is Luke drinking that?
Yeah.
And I was like, what's the point of that?
I actually like that part.
You did?
That was like, whoa, eye opener.
Okay, but his angry face. Anyway, sorry, no, I don't know if it's any. You have to do any spoiler things for it at this point, but anyway, all right. So why did we get off topic again?
The Impossible Burger.
Oh, right. Okay.
But yeah, as soon as we get a chance to eat that, in this area, or if we go to an area that has it.
Okay.
We're doing.
I'm up for it. I don't mind. I mean, I'm not as anti-vegetable as you were, and I guess you're converting now, or at least more open to the possibilities. I don't know. I mean, it's not like you never ate vegetables before, but
outside of that, from the hype behind the Impossible Burger,
right?
I would like to try it.
Okay.
And I know I'm just saying a complete juxtaposition of my, I don't care what people say, I'm gonna try it.
But if the hype is big enough, I will definitely do it. Okay.
Yeah.
It could be the next thing, the beginning of the next wave.
Yeah, from from a lot of people, they're saying it could be a game changer where people will eat more of this, which is supposedly more healthier.
I mean, not to get too much into the politics or the hype, but people have always said like the meat industry is bad on so many different fronts, environmentally, health-wise. So
it's so good.
It is good.
So good.
I'm never gonna be I'm never gonna not be a carnivore. I'm gonna be eating meat. You're never gonna stop me, but I'm not gonna eat I try not to eat too much of it, but yeah, it's something about a good burger, like real burger. I don't know about some Impossible burger yet, so I can't say anything about that, but a real steak, like we're talking about getting some prime rib.
Yes.
So
I am researching restaurants in the area to find a great prime rib.
Right.
And I love a great prime rib.
Oh God, me too.
I like a good, thick, juicy prime
well
rib.
Cooked with I like to put some horseradish on that sucker. Oh my God, that's so good.
So I jumped on the Impossible Burger website. The first thing it says is, for the love of meat. Since you're taking the time to read about burgers on a website, we are going to assume you really like burgers.
Yeah.
We do too. See, that's me.
Yeah, that is.
Get ready to sink your teeth into the all juicy details about the Impossible Burger. The burger formerly known as plants. So basically, like I said, it's plant-based. But man, it looks good. It does. It looks good.
Like a burger, yeah.
Yes. I haven't had a burger in weeks. To let you know.
I had one last night.
I know. I was almost going to break my weeks long.
I don't know what you call it. It's not a custom. It's not a pledge. It's not a resolution.
Yeah, I know.
I know what you're trying to find a word, and I don't have the.
Yeah, but basically, I was about to finally my week streak of not eating burgers was going to come to an end.
It's only a week?
No, it's been weeks.
Oh, weeks.
That's why I'm trying to add S.
Oh.
It's been like 2 months. So 8 weeks.
Month-long streak. Week sounds the week.
Since I had a burger.
Yeah.
And since we were at a Filipino restaurant that makes burgers, I said, maybe I'll eat a burger. But I ended up getting a chicken sandwich instead, which isn't a burger.
Thanks for the clarification. He just said that, which isn't a burger yet.
Well, some people
consider a chicken sandwich a burger.
They're chicken burgers.
Oh.
Some people call it that.
Well, would you call a turkey burger a burger?
See, that's the thing.
I mean, it's in their name.
I don't.
Yeah.
But some picky ass people would. Like, they're chicken burgers. Ha ha ha. Email sent.
Salmon burgers.
I know. So we have to specify. I haven't had a meat burger in a while. So I almost broke it because we're at a Filipino place and I figure I should try it, but you guys were all eating burgers, so I figure I'll go with the chicken.
Brother Butterfly got that whole Uncle Bong thing with the spam and pulled pork.
Oh yeah, I wasn't thinking about it. I thought it was a burger. It was called Uncle Bong something. But is there a Filipino food that you would still like to see Americanized or
embraced by the Americans, popularized?
Yeah, or American fusion.
Oh,
Asian fusion food to make to.
Well, I don't know what hasn't been done I'm just. I mean, that's the question you're asking. I'm trying to think of what could.
Yeah, because they have done. They we went to this restaurant. They had burgers, which is a traditional American food, but they added
longanisa,
Filipino
sausage,
stuff.
Yeah,
banana ketchup just alone.
Yeah, no, they asked us for if you wanted something. Like, oh yeah.
Have you ever done that? Have you ever taken had a burger at home and you put banana ketchup on it?
I don't really keep it in stock here.
Oh, you find yourself Filipino.
I didn't know that was part of the prerequisite.
Yes.
I like it. I just don't keep it in stock. I just end up buying regular ketchup.
Bottles of it. I got spicy banana ketchup. Did I tell you that? I have my spicy banana ketchup.
I don't remember about the spices, but
how when you go to the store.
Yeah, that's right.
There's spicy banana ketchup and regular banana ketchup, and spicy is like in small print. So I went to buy the regular banana ketchup, and the next thing you know, I'm tasting it's spicy, and I see it in small print. Spicy. I'm like, damn, this is spicy. I mean, I killed it. I loved it. I love spicy.
But you weren't expecting it.
Yeah, I didn't know that other people I was giving it to, kids and stuff. They didn't expect it. So I have spicy banana ketchup. I have regular banana ketchup. So I keep that in stock. It's like rice.
Yeah,
you gotta keep it in stock.
I don't know. In my family, we only bought it like occasionally. It's like a special thing that we just buy when the mood hit us, but we didn't want to keep it all around all the time. I don't know. That was just different. I know.
Yeah, but you keep American ketchup in your fridge all the time.
Yeah, that's like a normal thing. For I'm used to having it there. But maybe I'll pick up a bottle later on.
Yeah, start saving up your paychecks to pick up a bottle.
Are you implying that it's so cheap that why am I making a big deal out of buying it? Is that the implication you're making?
Yes, it's a special thing for special occasions.
I don't carry. I mean, if you look at my fridge, it's generally beer anyway. Most of it is actually beer that people have given me over time that I've never gotten rid of. So, I don't buy that much. But I'll think about the banana ketchup, definitely.
Yes, I have a plethora of Filipino condiments in stock at all times.
I don't know if I used to. I thought I had some Mang Tomas in my fridge. I'm not sure.
Also, I have spicy and regular Mang Tomas.
I prefer the regular, but I mean, I don't know if I used it up. I might have to get a new bottle.
Yeah. So, yeah, sometimes I like to add that to my American foods.
Mm-hmm.
To
Filipinize it up.
Yes.
I don't know, maybe that's a better way of putting it. Flip it up sounds wrong. And
no,
I know that's not good.
No,
Filipinize it. I guess we have to use that.
I mean, we have a lot of people, a lot of food trucks doing CC tacos.
Mm-hmm.
They a guy I know who makes Sini-Gang wings, and then this restaurant made adobo wings.
I don't know how you wouldn't popularize pancit. I mean, even though that's not really my favorite Filipino food, I like it, but I'm just trying to think of what hasn't been done. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah.
I mean, you can put almost anything into a burrito. You can put almost anything into a burger if you really tried.
What would you put in a burrito?
I mean, like if you put
pancit? The pancit burrito?
That's too much noodles inside a burrito. It's like, why do you need that? I was thinking a lechon burrito. You could easily do that. Sisig burrito. That would work. I would love it.
I do think you could make like an adobo burrito or a kare burrito.
Yeah, if I'm saying anything would work. Any kind of meat that we could put in there. A Sini-Gang spiced burrito, that would work.
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Why not? I just it's the flavor. I don't see why that wouldn't be a. I mean, as long as it's not too soupy, where it totally disintegrates.
That's the problem. When I think Sini-Gang, I think soup.
Well, I know, but I'm saying the flavor, the Sini-Gang flavor. Like you said, the wings, Sini-Gang flavored wings, right? Before.
Yeah, and it's that's very hard to do, one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Adobo wings are easy.
Right.
Sini-Gang wings are hard.
Right.
Which, like I said, it's tricky, and I like it. It'll be tricky to make a Sini-Gang burrito. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, okay.
I'm
just saying once it's made, I think it'd be fine. I don't know I'm not talking about the mechanics. I'm not a cook. So I don't know what would you have to thicken it up with some, make it non-soupy? Would you just make it a dry rub using the spices? I don't know. But I'm thinking the flavor would be good.
I don't know. I did go to a Caribbean restaurant last week.
Mm-hmm.
And they have a delicacy. Well, not a delicacy. It's like a hush puppy called Paluli. Have you ever heard of this?
Not since you told me about it last night.
Yeah. And it's basically a spicy hash brown. And then the lady at the Caribbean restaurant, I don't want to say Korean because I love Korean, but the Caribbean restaurant has two dips for you to put it in. One is like a mango dip, and the other one is a tamarind sour dip.
Sini-Gang?
I know. I'm like, that's called Sini-Gang for Filipinos. Tamarind sour.
Yeah.
So I went with the tamarind sour dip, and it didn't taste that sour, and I didn't get a Filipino. I mean, I didn't get a Sini-Gang flavor.
Well, it's Caribbean, so maybe they have a different take on it.
But basically what you're saying is you take the spice of the Sini-Gang, which is tamarind sour
with the Filipino, definitely Filipino twist to the flavor. You don't. When you say tamarind, that's an ingredient. That's not Sini-Gang.
Yeah, I was expecting like a Sini-Gang dip for my Caribbean hush puppy.
What do you put in your Sini-Gang? I mean, do you normally do pork?
Yes.
And then you put
I've done beef also.
And you put like what are the vegetables you put in there?
Bok choy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Maybe the vegetables, like you put the radishes and
potatoes.
Potatoes. Okay.
You put cabbage.
Mm-hmm. I mean, maybe the vegetables and the choices you
onions, tomatoes.
Yeah.
I like a little bit of red in my Sini-Gang.
Tomatoes.
Yes, I do tomatoes in my
like little cherry tomatoes.
No, just regular tomatoes.
Oh, okay.
And, well, when you boil it in the Sini-Gang, it sort of disintegrates.
Right.
I mean, you're not getting a plump tomato.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I didn't know if you wanted to keep them in,
No.
Put your splash of red, or you just want the skins in there.
No, you get the tomato flavor.
Okay. I'm saying you do that and find a way to do that in a burrito. That'd work out, I think.
It's hard.
Okay.
I'm not a Denuguan person either. But a lot of people are.
I am too. I am a Denuguan person.
I'm not. But what would you?
Denuguan taco. I'm just trying to
see. I
don't know, because I mean, I think to me Denuguan has to have a good ratio with rice. Like you have the Denuguan and rice, so you have to put like regular rice in there with the Denuguan, and basically the taco shell or burrito shell, whatever you put in there, just to hold it in place. So I mean, I don't see why it wouldn't work.
The number one restaurant in America last year or 2 years ago was a Filipino restaurant in Washington, D.C.
Mm-hmm.
According to a certain magazine. I can't remember which one. Just one of these famous magazines that rate restaurants.
Right.
It's a Filipino restaurant in D.C. called Bad Saint. I told you about this.
Mm-hmm.
Bad Saint. They actually, I believe they had a Kickstarter, which I almost did, but it was expensive. I didn't do it, and now I regret it. But they do some funky dishes there. They do like, I mean, it's one thing. It's an experience kind of restaurant where you're getting small plates of stuff, and it's expensive. And
walk in only, no reservation.
It's like a 6-hour wait. you got to get there like at 6 a.m. to eat dinner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm exaggerating that, but you do have to line up early in the morning to get in.
The line can sometimes start as early as 3:15 p.m.
Oh, look, I didn't even, like I said, I know you have to get there early and stand in line for hours to get in, and then there's a cutoff.
Right.
And then, they're like, come back tomorrow kind of thing. But they do funky stuff that like you would,
mm-hmm.
see.
Stuff that we're just talking about off the top of our heads. You mean they actually do it?
Yes, they're doing this stuff. Like how we're just talking about it, making it up. They're actually doing this stuff. Like I'm looking at a picture of champorado, which here I'll let you see the picture. Champorado, for the Filipinos who know, is like a rice. It's like a chocolate rice.
Yeah.
Not Denuguan, but it's a
yeah, that's a joke.
It's a chocolate rice.
Right.
But if you see it, they've made it fancy. I don't know how to describe this.
It's all about the presentation.
Yes, they've made it into a triangle. It's not rice anymore. It's like a pate.
Yeah, it must have a much stiffer consistency.
I don't know. Shape it. Yeah, but basically it's what I've had before, and it's fancy looking.
Mm-hmm.
Here's ukoy. If you know ukoy, it's a sweet potato. It's a fried sweet potato
with shrimp, right? Sometimes.
I don't put shrimp in mine. Sometimes, some people do. Some people put crab.
Mm-hmm.
Some people put a
little fish.
Yeah. But they made a fancy ukoy, like something that I don't know. Mario Batali. Is he a bad example?
A bad example. We don't talk about Mario Batali anymore.
We can't say him. Emerald Lagasse then.
Is he? Yeah, he's good.
He's okay.
He's all right.
Something that Emerald would make. Oh man! I mean, pancit palabok. It's something I eat all the time, but it's fancy.
I know what looking. I'm just looking at the pictures, see how they present it. That's why I have to keep looking at them.
And it's probably the same thing we eat, but they probably charge $30 for this meal, and I wouldn't.
It's a lot prettier than what I do.
Yeah, I probably would be like, you know what? All right, I'm not gonna complain.
There's some artistry going on there. You gotta recognize that.
Yes, exactly. So they do a lot of this fancying of the foods, and to me, it's a good thing. It's raising it to another level. They're they're branching out.
You know, I not to disagree with you, and I don't disagree with you. I actually agree with you completely. I've seen like editorial cartoons where they're talking about how, you know, since the Filipino food is becoming the it food, the trendy food, international, how it's becoming very, I don't know if gentrified is the right word, but it was like there's so many modernized, Americanized fusion takes on it that it's like losing the cultural background of the food, you know. So that was like, because the cartoon I saw had like people, like white people in a restaurant eating this Filipino food, talking about the different flavors of the Sini-Gang, but then the Filipino people can't even afford to go to try their own food, kind of thing. You know, I wonder about that too.
Yeah, it's a debate. It's a debate.
Yeah.
I mean, like, do you want it popular enough that white people start eating it?
I know what you mean, but it sounds so
Do you want to keep it just to Filipinos to keep our own? Or do you want to spread it to the world? Which I prefer. But then, you risk losing the...
Well, I mean, like, let's take another culture.
Okay.
Japanese food.
Yeah.
All right. Now, when you eat sushi, you still feel like you're, even though it's not the most authentic, you still feel like you're connecting to the culture. You don't lose the cultural significance. I don't think there's very many like...
Yeah, I mean, well, see, you could get sushi from
a gas station.
Exactly, a gas station made by white people, and the sushi had no Japanese people involved at all, right?
And is that a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't have a problem with that.
Okay. All right. I mean, I had a coworker one time telling me, number one, he's like, so how do you make your lumpia? And I'm like, I went through my list of how I make it when my dad's, helping my dad. And he's like, oh, I don't do it this way. This way is much better. And I'm like, really? I mean, he's like, yeah, I tried the Filipino, the strict Filipino menu recipe, but I wanted to put my own spin on it. And I like that he liked it. And I like that he was trying to do his own thing with it, but I don't know. It was a little bit that bothered me about it. I mean, it's the one guy, it's a personal thing. It wasn't like a restaurant, so it's not a huge deal. But like when you have restaurants calling, well, like look at Chinese food, how like a lot of the stuff that we think is Chinese food isn't really what they would eat in China, that kind of thing.
Yeah, but I think that's a totally different thing.
That's not a good comparison.
No, because that's actually is created by Chinese in the United States.
Okay, Mexican.
Yeah, there's actually a whole story about how the Chinese come to the United States and
the numbers and all that stuff.
Yeah, and they get distributed by a Chinese delegation to certain cities, to start up these restaurants. And they're the ones that created these Americanized.
What would be a good comparison to Mexican food? You know how Mexican food isn't really.
I think the Japanese thing's okay.
Okay,
but I'm just saying, it's. I like I said, people see sushi, they understand it's Japanese, even though this gas station sushi had nothing to do with Japan.
Earl made some sushi for us, you don't even know.
Yes. And all he did was take rice and throw in some chicken in it and called it sushi, which is totally not Japanese.
Right.
They cut up a chicken nugget and threw it in the middle of rice and wrapped it with seaweed. Sushi.
Chicken nugget sushi.
But I think people are smart enough to know that that's not, well, there's dumb people out there, but
there's a lot of dumb people out there.
Yeah, but I don't think you're losing the culture of Japanese sushi by the popularity of it.
Okay.
Right. I mean, I had no problem if a bunch of rich white girls in Beverly Hills want to be eating.
What was that one story about? Like some like white people that stole the recipes from it was like maybe a year ago or 2 years ago at most.
I had no idea.
There was like they stole some family recipes and opened up their own business, and then they just pretty much co-opted the whole. I
have no idea.
Yeah, I can't remember the name, but I don't remember what kind of food. I know it was Asian, but I can't remember what happened. I thought maybe you'd heard of it.
So I told you this the other night. There's a group in another city in Virginia who actually holds a monthly kamayan dinner. If you know kamayan, it's where everyone puts the food out on the table on banana leaves. You put the rice. It's all out there, and everyone eats it with their hands. It's a Filipino thing.
Yeah, kamayan means hands.
It's a very Filipino thing. It's very traditional Filipino.
Right.
but it's a big celebration that they have in the Philippines all the time, where they put all the food out on the table, line it up with rice, line it up with meat, and it's, you know, you grab it yourself and you eat it off the banana leaf.
Mm-hmm.
There's a group out in one of these cities in Virginia, a couple hours away, that holds a monthly Kamayan dinner.
Mm-hmm.
And they charge, and they you know, they put it out there. They say, hey, on March 2nd, we're going to have a Kamayan dinner. Buy tickets, you know, through this website. You know, we have 40 seats, right. And it sells out every month, all 40 seats, or it comes close to selling out. Sometimes, you know, some people drop out or whatever, but
yeah.
But and they charge a lot of money for it.
Mm-hmm.
They charge, I don't know, like $30-$40 for the experience. And I believe the guy who runs this is a white guy, but he's very versed in Filipino culture.
Right.
Like he knows, he tries to, through the event, he's telling everyone why they do this. This is a Filipino way of doing things, you know, the certain foods. He explains the history behind certain foods, stuff I don't even know. So he's very much spreading the knowledge of Filipino cuisine. And this is a white guy.
Right.
And I was telling you, I looked at pictures from past meals. There are some Filipinos who eat this stuff, but it's mostly rich white people,
right,
who are trying to gain the experience of eating like a Filipino.
Mm-hmm.
Which, you know, you could look at it one way and, you know, like, what are these people doing? Or you could look at it another way and say, oh, they're trying to learn,
right?
You know,
mm-hmm.
Like I said, it could be a gentrification of it, or it could be a
expansion of the, you know, understanding of our culture,
spreading the culture,
right?
Yeah. So
I don't know, I just flashed to like the 50s and 60s when people were like all into the Polynesian, let's have a luau at my house, and, you know, everybody had tiki bars and all this stuff. I mean, that's not what's happening now, but I just wonder, like,
yeah, because like I said, I was actually going to think about going to one of these Kamayan dinners.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to pony up the money, but then I looked at it, I was like, I'm not going to fit in. It's a bunch of rich white guys.
I was just talking to one of our friends yesterday. I was like, you know, how you and I, whenever we go to a new place, we look around, especially if it's a little upper class, like, is there any other minority in this place?
Yeah.
You know, just to make ourselves feel better. And then there was one time, like, oh yeah, there was one. Oh no, he works here. You know, but that didn't count. So we had to like, and then we finally found someone like, okay, I feel better. You know, because if there's no other minority in a place, it doesn't feel right. It just doesn't.
Yeah, I just thought it was funny. I'm trying to go to Kamayan dinner and I feel out of place being the only Filipino there.
That would be the funniest thing. And then, like, if you went and the guy would say his speech, is that right? You'd be like the de facto expert on all things Filipino.
I was like, I don't know.
You know, like back in the 60s when there's like every black person had to speak for the entire culture. That would be you. My people, we value this food. You'd have to be like off.
Like, hold on, let me call my peoples. Let me call up the League of Filipino Foodies and ask them the question.
I was gonna say, what's our thing, like dilly dilly, but there's no other, or some code words that we have to use.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, it's. I mean, this has been happening for a while, but there is a growth in Filipino cuisine in the United States. Like I said, there's a pop-up in Virginia Beach.
Mm-hmm.
The guy, like I said, he makes these other. He's trying to enhance the pop-up experience with Filipino foods around this area. I mean, we have.
I mean, I wonder, since we, like you said before, just now, that we have such a high concentration of Filipinos in this area, if that makes it like again, like we get to the point like I can make this at home. I don't need. Why should I spend $30 to like? But versus someplace like in Kansas, if someone started doing Filipino stuff there, it'd be like exotic, and you know, it's just.
I did read about a food truck out somewhere like Kansas, and they are killing it. I mean, they are making a killing making Filipino foods, and you know, they are doing tacos. They do like, I can't remember the name. I want to name the food truck because I saw this like online somewhere, but it's like. It's a Filipino food truck, like in the middle of some place where there's no Filipinos, and they are just killing it. Oh man, I wish I could remember it, but yeah, I would be happy.
Casey Pinoy?
I don't know. I
No, I just looked up Kansas Filipino food truck. So.
It could be. It could be. I mean, I saw this story. Like, I mean, I read about it like months ago.
Most of the things on Google are Casey Pinoy, so maybe that's it.
Yeah, it could be it. So, I mean, it is happening, and so I don't want to sound weird, but out there you don't have to do anything crazy. You just have to, just do regular Filipino food, and then serve it in a taco.
Yeah,
call it fusion.
Yeah,
and you can charge $10 for.
Whereas here, since it's so we
know people are so knowledgeable about this stuff here.
Yeah, so it's not, they don't have the same kind of exotic reaction to the food. They're more critical and more like they're more apt to take it apart, to pick it at whatever things they don't think is correct. But I mean, we'll see how it goes.
I wish Siopao was more mainstream with white people, because people, when white people think Filipino food, they always think of adobo, pancit, lumpia.
Right.
How come they don't ever say Siopao?
Because Siopao isn't really like a party food. No, I'm saying when you go to parties, how often do you see Siopao on the buffet? You know what I'm saying? Because it's like it's an everyday food to me in my mind. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong about that, but I think of something a Siopao is like you just you make them, you have them for
I think it could be a great food truck food.
Oh yeah, I'm not doubting it. I'm just saying, but maybe that's why there's certain foods, because pancit, lechon, those are things that we have. Well, I don't know, Sini-Gang, you don't always have it at a buffet or
no,
but maybe that's why it's not in that same category in a lot of people's minds.
We have another restaurant in this area, the Lumpia Company. They try to do new things with lumpia. I mean, it's not like crazy out there. I mean, they make cheesesteak lumpias.
I've seen a mac and cheese lumpia.
Yeah, stuff like that. Which I give them props for doing that in this area, and they played it. They charge more than other restaurants for lumpia, and I don't have a problem paying a little more for what they do.
Okay.
Because they played it nice, and I mean it's weird because it is just lumpia, but they do put an effort into the art of making lumpia. And I like people who put pride into the food. I could tell. I mean a lot of people
the lumpia
don't.
We had last night was on a lettuce leaf, and it was like a good presentation.
And we know they put effort into making that lumpia last night.
Yeah.
I mean it's not just someone who's just rolling lumpia and frying it.
We actually discussed and broke it down, like the ratio of wrapper to meat.
They actually thought about this stuff. And it's so weird because you think, hey, what can you do with lumpia? You just roll it, you put your meat in there, you roll it, and you fry it.
Yeah.
But you can tell these people took extra care into.
It's not your everyday lumpia. It was longer. It was well done. It was presented well. They gave you vinegar and chili sauce and like a nice presentation. Like
it wasn't overcooked. It wasn't. You could tell it wasn't frozen. I don't think it was frozen.
I agree with that. It tasted fresh.
Yeah, it was very fresh.
I know we got really into it. I was like, yeah, and yeah.
I mean, you could tell when something's been frozen. And I love a good frozen lumpia.
Yeah, as long as it's not burnt or anything, freezer burnt, I don't care. But I mean, I care, but I can tell.
Yeah. I mean, I know you've had the lumpia where you bite it and then you could pull all the meat out inside and still have the wrapper.
That pisses. It's like the same thing with onion.
When I was a kid, I used to love that though. I used to always try that all the time. I
actually did that last night, honestly, but I didn't break it right. That was on me. So I don't blame them for that. That was my mistake.
Oh man, the science of the lumpia. But
there's a lot to it.
But yeah, I give people in this area props for I mean, we went to another restaurant a couple of weeks ago, the Alkaline, where I mean, we didn't have the Filipino food, but they had Filipino on the menu, where it has been fusioned, or there's the Nuguan nachos.
Yeah, modern takes on the food.
Yeah.
So that's good too.
So we got a number of places in this area that are expanding the culture.
And like cuisine. You said, we got to overcome the negativity about like, hey, this is something.
There's going to be a backlash, and we see it coming.
Yeah.
I mean,
we heard it last night. I mean, from certain people.
Yeah, but it's still just I think it'll grow. I think the backlash we'll hear more of soon, but people got to get away from the hive mind, and when people start bad mouthing something, they start bad mouthing. People just get your own opinion.
Make up your own mind. Yeah, exactly.
because that's the, like I said, that's the problem with Yelp. People, one person will start bad mouthing something, and people will like, oh yes, I agree, and it's mob mentality almost, but not not to that extent, but but it is.
Well, yeah, it's internet mentality. A lot of stuff, yeah.
So
especially when you have like-minded people only listening to the people like that talk like them, then it makes it even worse.
Yes,
in everything, not just food.
Yes. I'm just trying to cut it off at the pass before it happens. I see it coming.
Yeah, use your celebrity to make a change, Boogie. Do that.
Yeah, but I do see also, like like I said, a lot of white people are like we were at this restaurant. There were it wasn't just Filipinos there.
Right.
In fact, I think when we left, there might have been more white people in there than Filipinos. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, there was a table. Yeah, a few tables left, and it got changed to. Yeah, I saw it.
It was at least 50-50.
Yeah,
and when we left, so
not because of that.
Turn of the tide. It turned into a white majority when we left.
Let's get out of here. No, it wasn't that way. We were done.
But the
white people.
Yes, they were very impressed. They were very accepting of this stuff because they don't know better. but yeah, the fact that they're hyping it up makes me sort of think that it's going to be a good thing when the white people are excited.
Ooh. Oh yeah.
It's one thing when all the Filipinos are excited, but when the white people get excited,
right,
then you truly made it. It's sarcasm there, but I don't think people are going to get that.
Yeah, I think you did need to have that little explanation that it was sarcasm.
All right, so let's do a Tagalog word of the day.
Sure. This is the part of the podcast where we educate our listeners on the Filipino language. Neither Boogie nor I are actual native speakers of Filipino or Tagalog. So if we get some aspect of the word incorrect, like its pronunciation, grammatical usage, some nuance, or actual major part of its definition, feel free to let us know. But keep in mind that we have said and always will say that we are not a knowledge-based, educational type podcast. We do this for the fun and to spread our culture. So again, just let us know, but don't make us feel bad because we're sensitive people. Boogie, you got a word?
Ubo.
Ubo.
Merong ubo si sterno. Yeah, there you go.
Ubo. Not to be confused with oboe, the musical instrument. Ubo.
Oh, upo.
The big vegetable. I used to have a big dried ubo.
I used to love I don't eat them, but I used to love it when people would show their pictures of their biggest upo.
Which is a gigantic green long
gourd.
Yeah,
big ass gourd.
Yeah, I had one for the longest time, and I brought it to school, and someone broke it. I was pissed.
Why are you bringing upo to school?
Because it was like show and tell thing. I don't know. I don't remember. It was dried. It was like, this is how big the vegetable. It was impressive, and it was impressive. But somehow I got broken at school. I don't know who broke it, but
you broke your upo at school.
But getting back to our word, it was ubo. So
just cough,
and cover your mouth. Do a little dap thing. Dracula thing when you ubo.
All right, so let's make ubo our word of the day. Ubo. All right. Anything else you want to say? Are we good?
I think we're good.
Make sure you visit our website, www.sini-gang.com.
Or email us at thesinigang@gmail.com.
Follow us on Twitter at The Sini-Gang.
Find us on Facebook on facebook.com/thesinigang. And look for our videos of our, unedited podcast on YouTube. Look for our URL, www.sini-gang.com. And that should take you to our videos. And if you do, please go and comment and maybe subscribe. That would be awesome. So until next time, this is Sterno Supernova.
And this is l-boogy, the Elemental One, saying thanks for listening and see you now.
Are we good?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, everybody. Thanks for watching. Tune in for our next episode. Till then, take care.